Have you ever worked with someone who jumps into action before anyone's decided what actually needs to be done? Or tried to tell someone about a problem only to have them take over, make the calls, and start fixing you before you've even asked for help? Perhaps you're the person who becomes calm and capable in a crisis, but feels restless, trapped, or uncomfortable when there's nothing immediate to do or to solve. I'm Dr. Dranitsaris, a psychotherapist, leadership coach, author, MBTI certified practitioner, and the co-creator of the Striving Styles personality system. This video is part of my series on the shadow side of the sensing function. In this video, I'm focusing on extroverted sensing and the rescuer persona. Extroverted sensing is the dominant mental function for ESTPs and ESFPs. In the Striving Styles personality system, these are the adventurer striving style with a predominant need to be spontaneous. ESTPs and ESFPs engage with life through direct experience. They gather information by noticing what's happening around them and responding quickly to changing circumstances. They learn by participating rather than standing back, reading, theorizing about what might happen or what they need to think about or plan. When they function authentically, they have an exceptional capacity for adaptability, resourcefulness, courage, practical action, and present moment awareness. ESTPs use their auxiliary introverted thinking function to analyze how things work, identify the source of a problem, and find the most efficient response. They're often skilled negotiators, troubleshooters, and practical problem solvers. ESFPs, on the other hand, use their auxiliary introverted feeling function to decide according to what matters to them personally. They bring warmth, enthusiasm, generosity, and an instinctive awareness of what will make an experience meaningful or enjoyable to others. Both types are naturally responsive. They see what's happening and feel compelled to engage with it. But that responsiveness can also become a way of avoiding their own feelings, emotional discomfort, and uncertainty. And this is exactly where we need to understand the difference between our two developmental systems. The self-actualizing system, it directs our energy toward developing the capacities of our authentic self. It allows us to use our natural strengths while also developing emotional awareness, boundaries, patience, mutuality, and respect for others' agency. Our self-protective system directs our energy toward self-regulation, managing anxiety, avoiding emotional pain, and ensuring that our predominant emotional need is met through our adaptive persona. When ESTPs and ESFPs grow up in environments where adults are unreliable, problems escalate quickly, their emotional needs are ignored, or no one takes effective action, they learn that safety depends on them being able to respond themselves and respond with immediacy. They may also grow up in environments where they feel controlled, restricted, or trapped by other people's expectations. Movement, action, excitement, and independence then become ways of protecting themselves from feeling powerless or trapped. A belief or hidden rule begins to take shape. I should step in and act before things get worse. Energy that could have supported the development of the authentic self is then diverted into the development of their rescuer persona, where they anticipate problems, remain constantly active and on the move, and they focus on fixing what can be fixed and disappearing when things become emotional or oppressive to them. As adults, the rescuer persona manages their anxiety through immediate action. When something goes wrong, they move toward it. They make the call, solve the problem, confront the person, organize the details, or take responsibility for the outcome. They may be the person everyone relies on during a crisis because of their quick thinking, practical, and fearless approach to problems. But being capable in a crisis can gradually become a need to be the person who handles every crisis. And they can go around looking for them. They can intervene before other people have even had a chance to think, respond, or experience the consequences of their own decisions. They may offer money, solve practical problems, or protect someone from discomfort because watching another person struggle activates their own anxiety. Rescuing gives them something concrete to do, and doing so important to them. It allows them to feel powerful instead of helpless, useful instead of uncertain, and active instead of emotionally vulnerable. They may experience this as generosity, responsiveness, and independence. Others may experience this as impatience, a difficulty to slow down, or an unwillingness to trust anyone else to problem solve. The need for spontaneity, or the need to be spontaneous, can also become a need to get out of Dodge or escape anything that feels confining. They avoid routines, commitments, emotional conversations, or long term planning because these experiences feel restrictive. When life becomes quiet, repetitive, or emotionally uncomfortable, they can create movement or activity by changing plans, pursuing stimulation, starting something new, or becoming involved in someone else's crisis. Constant activity prevents them from recognizing their own fatigue, fear, loneliness, or need for support. Ask them what needs to be done, they'll probably have an immediate answer. Ask them what they're feeling or whether they need help, and they'll change the subject, minimize the issue, or insist that they're fine. The rescuer persona may also confuse helping with relating. Instead of staying emotionally present with someone, they solve the person's problem, whether the person needs it to be solved or not. It's like that expression, if the only tool you have is a hammer, you treat everyone's problems as though they're nails. Instead of asking what kind of support is wanted, they act. Instead of allowing another person to develop competence, they step in and do it themselves. By rescuing others, they may unintentionally encourage those people to remain dependent. And by preventing natural consequences, they interfere with other people's development. They may eventually, if they do this frequently with people, they can feel unappreciated, used, or resentful, and use this as a reason to escape from commitments in their relationships. The developmental task for ESTPs and ESFPs is to reclaim the energy invested in remaining constantly active, useful, and invulnerable, and redirect it toward the authentic self. This means pausing before taking action, asking whether help is wanted, and allowing other people to solve their own problems, and to stop treating emotions as problems to be solved. It means staying focused on one's own goals and not jumping ship to rescue others. Learning to remain present when there's no immediate solution and tolerating the discomfort of watching someone else struggle without automatically stepping in is also useful for this personality type. It can begin with saying, I can see you're having a difficult time. Do you want my help or do you just need me to listen? Self-actualization doesn't require ESTPs and ESFPs to become passive, cautious, or less spontaneous. It means learning that they can pause without becoming powerless, allow another person to struggle without abandoning them, and experience emotional discomfort without immediately turning it into a problem that needs to be solved. When extroverted sensing is freed from self-protection, it can serve its true purpose, helping ESTPs and ESFPs engage fully with life, respond resourcefully to reality, act courageously when action is genuinely needed, and bring energy, adaptability, and practical support to others without taking away their feelings or their agency. For more information, read my full article, The Shadow Side of the Sensing Function, to learn more about the rescuer persona. And look for other videos in this series where I introduce the shadow side of the sensing function and explore how introverted sensing can become the martyr persona in ISTJs and ISFJs. Thanks so much for watching.